Hi, I'm Erica, and my job is I work for Child Protection Services, and I do intake and assessments. When I first got out of school, I knew that I was going to want to work with children and families, and so I went to work in the public child welfare realm. And I first started working for the Department of Social and Rehabilitation Services, SRS, which is now known as the Department for Children and Family Services, or DCF. And I knew I wanted to go work there because I wanted to be able to keep my traditional work hours, because I had mostly families and friends who lived around this area who also had those same hours. And so that was important to me to be able to work the regular hours. So let me see what kind of day I have going on here. As you may already know, intake and investigations, my role is to investigate the allegations of abuse and neglect and to make recommendations for any services that a family might need or make referrals and things like that. So days at DCF are very busy most of the time. The work that I typically do takes place between 8 and 5 each day. Sometimes they might work a little late, but most of the time 8 to 5 is what I work. My work with family really starts when a case is assigned for an intake. A lot of time is spent during the intake and investigation process to gather information to determine what kind of safety and risk are involved with a family. As you can see, this typically starts by talking with the children and the family about what it is that happened. Sometimes these initial meetings involve law enforcement, so there are criminal issues, or if there's a safety concern about myself, then we would have law enforcement come along with us so that we can talk to that child and family together to kind of get an idea of what was going on. I complete a family-based assessment, which is used to help me determine whether to petition the courts for temporary custody of a child or whether we should make some sort of referral for services for that family. I often work with the district attorney to make sure that we cover certain concerns and help develop documents, providing evidence as to whether a child is in need of care. One really important part of my week is regularly staffing my cases with my supervisor. It helps so much because I just need that time every week to figure out what the best way is to proceed with certain families and also get that opinion of that supervisor that I'm staffing with. A lot of my week is spent doing paperwork along with court reports, family assessments, and all other kinds of things. I also do paperwork to refer families for services, which would include family preservation or foster care referrals to those agencies. After those services providers take over, I'm still involved with monitoring the case throughout the case planning and just kind of checking in on families to make sure that their needs are being met, but I'm not actively involved with giving them the services that they need. They say that we're the eyes and ears for the judge, and that is really true. We do spend a lot of our time preparing to testify before court so that I can make sure that I give the judge and all the attorneys all the information that they need in order to make a good decision for that child. There are a lot of opportunities for training in this job. One of the benefits of that is it allows me to keep my licensing current, provides me with new skills and different opportunities, and kind of learn more about the community that we serve. Being the first responder on child abuse and neglect cases can be a very hard job. You know, we do see situations every day that are very difficult. Some of the hardest ones are sexual abuse investigations or physical abuse investigations that we have to go out on. So, you know, at the end of the day, I have to know that I have been there to help a child and a family in some sort of a situation that they were in. And, you know, we know that part of our job is to make sure we keep kids safe and that we try to make families become stronger and know that we have made a difference with what we do every day. So.